Okay, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey everybody, and welcome to the show and tell, the best and most wonderful half hour on the internet. It's me, Lady Ada. With me is Mr. Lady Ada. I've got an exciting show for you tonight as we check in with people from around the maker community, see what they're crafting, hacking, 3D printing on these cold winter nights. Let's check in with some Adafruit folks to start, and then we'll call on everybody else. We'll be out of here at 7:50. So let's start with Melissa.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I just got back from SuperCon, and one of the things, we got these FPGA badges here, and I went ahead and mine didn't include a speaker, so I happen to have the speaker on me. It's an Adafruit one, and I put a little amplifier on here as my badge hack, so it became a really loud badge, so it's really easy.
Loud badge.
Yeah, exactly. And then I also 3D printed this for the Adafruit Edge badge. It's in a custom filament I did at a Protoplasta workshop about a week and a half ago. And it came out a really nice dark silvery glittery color here. And the other thing I have to show is I am working on an e-ink gizmo, but I don't have the gizmo with me because as it's SuperCon. And so I wired up to the Bluefruit Circuit Playground Bluefruit. I wired up the e-ink display, and I got it working.
Yay! All right, coming soon. All right, thanks for the update, Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, let's go to Noah and Pedro. Hello.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Let's take a look at the bench over here. We have our turtle. He's seen better days. What happened, turtle? No, it's good. So, yeah, he's designed to break apart. This is using the Bluefruit Circuit Playground and TFT Gizmo, and it's running the Turtle graphics library. I got some examples from JP's Learn Guide, and this one I think is the Christmas tree. So, super nice display, right? It's like one IPS 240 by 240. And this is a little 3D printed like turtle piece that you can add to your Circuit Playground Bluefruit and the TFT Gizmo. I have this little lens here. I actually hot glued it to the turtle shell because it holds it in place there nicely. So we could just fit this guy over here and then give it a little click. He clicks in there, and now we have a turtle. Woo! So
I like the lens. It's like, not really meant to use, but it's like kind of works really well anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got its use.
You can totally put the eyeball code on it now that we have the eyeball code, and it's creepily like.
That would be cool. All that is missing to make this more festive is a little turtle hat.
Oh, that's nice.
You could probably put a magnet in there, or they could.
Yeah, they got the magnets here at the bottom. I forgot to mention those.
Great.
Yeah, it's a nice little case for your Playground Bluefruit. And we're not done yet. That is a sneak peek.
Sneak peek. It's not out yet.
Let me get rid of this.
I got you.
So last week, Philby showed off the updated code of the goggles. So we 3D printed some designs here so we can fit it in the goggles. So super cool updated code that he did. You can hold down. It's got a bunch of different modes. You can go through like RGB mode. You like change the way that the brightness goes.
And I like you have a little cover to make the neopixels like more rectangular.
Yeah.
It's got a little diffuser kind of to make it more.
You have a matching shirt.
Yeah. So we'll show that off in I think 2 weeks. And the code is up there right now if you want to start making your own.
Yeah, check it out.
Thanks for the update. All right, thanks, Fritz. Okay, next up, Erin. Welcome back.
Hi. So I made something a little bit more sort of analog this week. There's a little backstory. I wrote a children's book. It's about a mermaid who makes stuff. I don't know where I got that idea, but I am.
Well, seriously, what you know?
You have rain.
I'm having it illustrated by another mermaid friend of mine who's just a fabulous, wonderful illustrator. But one of the things in the book is that the mermaid, what she does is she goes around and she collects seashells and things like that and makes tools out of them so then she can like free the dolphin from the net and that sort of thing. So I actually made this mermaid staff that's going to be featured in the illustrations in the book. So it's got a piece of reef rock right here, which is ridiculously heavy, and some hand cast pewter seashell type stuff. It has some sea urchins inside, and I actually used a small little fairy light strand so I can turn the lights on and off so that the urchins all glow and the seashells glow. And then down here, I've got this crazy little piece of sea. I'm not sure what it is. It's this piece of wood that has like a little dragon. Obviously, you see her in there. Added some more hand cast. This is an Orin from the Neverending Story that I 3D printed and modeled and then cast in pewter. And then down here, there's some cool stuff. I made a little fairy bottle that's got lights again inside of it. So that it's like I have little fairies, and that's removable because, of course, you know, you need your light in the dark places. And then the other bit is this really cool little knife that I made. I've never done anything like this before. It is a hand cast blade, which I made out of pewter, which got a dolphin in it. I carved it out of a piece of cuttlefish bone. And then I inlaid the whole handle with jewels that I got in Venice, and I had way too much fun making this.
That's awesome. No, I love this is like practical mermaid staff.
Yeah, it goes and goes, and so yeah, that's what I've been working on this week. Is I'm looking forward to we're gonna kickstarter this children's book as soon as it's done being illustrated. But that's where we're at with it.
Okay, looks great.
All right, very cool. Thank you, Aaron.
I like how the simplicity. You know, it's like it doesn't. Not everything needs to have electronics with like sensors and neopixels. Sometimes just a little bit of fairy light action and crafting.
Yeah.
It makes for a simple but effective build.
And it's a lot of fun to just use like hand tools, you know, instead of always soldering and always 3D printing things. So.
Yeah, it looks great. I love you alternate your skills. Okay, looks beautiful. Congratulations on your upcoming Kickstarter launch.
Okay, next up, Cyber Santa.
Okay, next up, Cyber Santa JP. No, we can't hear you. Check your Cyber Santa mic.
Hello and ho ho ho.
Ho ho ho.
So it got down to like 55 degrees here in Los Angeles today, which is absurd. So it got me feeling Christmassy. And we also got the eyeball code working on the TFT Gizmo and Circuit Playground Blue Fruit. Phil B just updated the guide with the UF2. And so I'm writing a guide on how to make your own sort of cyberpunk Santa Claus, Mad Eye, moody mashup mask. And this is actually a pretty simple build, a kind of crafty build that uses our EVA foam sheets that we now have in the store. So we stock some little packs of EVA foam, and it's perfect for this kind of creation where we've got Circuit Playground kind of covered but accessible with a little flap made from the foam and connected.
You hot glue it? Well, how do you attach stuff?
It's actually so hot glue does not work well, but crazy glue does, or super glue. I haven't glued it yet, but I'm gonna just put a little strip of it around here to kind of keep things held in place. But right now, it's just you can kind of mold this foam, and it'll.
I see. It looks like two pieces, but it's really just molded, and you have the string going around it.
Yeah, this is molded, and the string kind of holds it in place, as well as acts as the headband for it. And you can also put a little. I didn't want to do knots that would look kind of gross there, so I may put some dots of glue there too, but really just the act of wearing it keeps everything constrained and in place. And actually the first version I did before I made that one, which is going to be the one in the guide that people can follow, and I'll include a template. I first worked out a version using some spare leather that I had. There was a old leather jacket that someone was getting rid of, and it had some nice supple thin leather, so I cut it up and I still use scraps of it. It's the same process there, where I've got, in this case, some waxed thread that I wrapped around tight to give us the connection, and it's just a single piece in this case. So
I like the technique of like gripping onto like the little groove in between the two. It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a nice sturdy groove there, and you could even go simpler, I think, and run some thread through the posts themselves, because it's a pretty sturdy connection point. In fact, if I pop this off, you can see those little posts that hold that there. Those would be great to connect to as well. So
all right, little puck.
All right.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, GP's workshop.
come on by.
Yeah, and we'll be showing some of the videos and more that you did on Ask an Engineer at 8 o'clock tonight.
Excellent.
All
Thanks,
right.
everyone.
See you later.
Ho, ho, ho.
Ho ho ho.
All right. Okay, next up.
Okay,
Paint Your Dragon.
Paint Your Dragon. What's going on with you?
I had an important lesson about level shifting. So I got these NeoPixel goggles that I've been working on the code for these. And because I just did this as a quick, test unit here, I got 3-volt microcontroller, and I'm powering straight off a USB port, and there's no level shifting. And sometimes people see this and they're like, well, this level shifting thing, this is a fraud. You know, what
Fraud,
do I need level
lies.
shifting for? Right. So
Outrage, Twitter.
USB battery banks, and you plug it in, and what happens? You get no neopixels. Microcontrollers on.
Why is that?
The reason is USB on your computer is very carefully regulated to 5 volts, whereas these guys are like 5-ish. This one's about 5.5 volts, and even just that half-volt difference, the microcontroller is not shouting loud enough for the neopixels to hear.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is use level shifting. Use like the Itsy Bitsy boards, pin 5. They have a 5-volt level shifted output. Or you can use a lower voltage on the neopixels, like 3 alkaline cells, 4.5 volts. That'll work fine. It's really sad because people will like, works fine at home, and they'll go like to Burning Man or to a comic convention, and their stuff doesn't work, and they're 1,000 miles from a soldering iron. So
let this be a lesson.
Yeah, that would be really sad. Don't do that.
No.
Do the level shifting thing, or just use something else to power your project, other than one of these USB power banks, because they.
If you don't have a lot of neopixels, you can also try powering them from the 3-volt regulator if it's a good regulator.
Yeah, if it's just a few pixels, you're fine on the regulator.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, tips and tricks from the NeoPixel Master.
That's right.
Paint your dragon.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Philby.
Okay, next up, Scott.
All right, Scott, you want to give us an update?
Sure.
Good.
So I was at SuperCon, so thank you to everybody at SuperCon. We had a great time. It was super awesome. I'm back to BLE, and one thing Jerry was trying that wasn't working was the current time service. This is where if your phone connects to a device, like I have a Circuit Playground, or no, a Feather NRF52840 connected to my phone, current time service gives you the time. So what I'm printing out here is just the time as provided to the Feather from my phone. However, what I've been playing with is actually getting notifications working. So Apple provides a BLE service that tells you all of the like notifications you would see on like your lock screen and stuff. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to unlock my phone so that I can say, yeah, it's okay to pair. And then I'm going to Control-C and just start it again. And now it asks me if I would like to pair. And there's some debugging stuff, but then it shows the category and the flags of all of the notifications that I have. Now, if people in Discord want to @ me, we might actually see a couple others social ones show up here as well.
So that's at 10 Newt?
Yeah.
All right, send.
I see Coding Pro doing it. I'm not sure it hit my phone.
All right, we can also come back to you in a minute or two if it takes some time. Sometimes.
I don't know. I just got a friend request and it showed up, so I don't know. People can spam me, but it looks like my phone isn't getting them anyway. Oh, Coding Pro sent a friend request.
There's something. Okay, so there's
social negative action.
Social negative action.
It's my favorite new social network.
I
know, right? So it's basically like I can decline it from my phone, I think is what it's giving me, or like I can decline it over Bluetooth.
So that bound right stream, you'll eventually get that, so you can read the notification from. Right now, you're just getting the notification, but you're not getting the data yet.
Right. So it's a second round trip to go back to the phone and say like, hey, give me the like actual text of the notification.
Yeah.
And I'm having some trouble setting it, like subscribing to the data coming back. So
okay.
I've got some debugging to do. It's probably just a bug on our end where we can't subscribe to it from the phone. So it's weird. Well, it should be identical to the one that's giving us the notifications, but it's not. So.
All right. Well, it looks really good, and
this is neat. And
you got the time.
Stop into Discord, and a lot of these devices that we all use, whether it be like an Apple Watch or how does it actually work? You can watch this, even if you decide you don't even want to jump into doing coding, like how this actually works. Don't let these devices own you. Know how they work and know what's going on under the hood, because this is like, it's not magic. It's just like, okay, how does this thing work on the lock screen? How can I get it off? How can I have it on my own device? Not maybe.
Right. How does it show up on my watch?
Yeah. So, okay.
We're going to make the chunkiest Bluetooth watch.
We're going to have a watch. Don't worry.
It'll be awesome. All right. Next up, let's check in with Chris Young. Hey, Chris, welcome back.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, hi, Chris.
I'm here with my roommate, Barb.
Hi,
She
Barb.
moved
Hi.
in with me this past May to be my roommate and help take care of me and keep me out of the nursing homes. And I mentioned to you before that Barb does a lot of sewing, handmade goods and things. And we're going to show off a few things that she did.
Awesome.
Show a tree skirt, why don't you?
All right.
All right, let's see the stuff.
Well, you can see my little reindeer sitting in the background there.
Yeah.
But this is a Christmas tree skirt that's quilted.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful.
She's got different patterns and things. And so we, she makes all sorts of handmade goods. And I said, we need to find something that you and I can collaborate on.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you need a 3D printed part for? And she says, well, I've got these patterns for a little gnome, and it's supposed to have a wooden nose. And so go ahead and hold the gnome up there.
Okay,
that's cool.
Anyway, the nose was supposed to be a little wooden ball, but she could only find them in packages of 25, and we didn't need 25 and didn't want to spend the money on 25. I said, well, I'll just 3D print you a nose. So just print it and sewed it on there, glued it on, and actually we're going to take a picture of these and use them on my Christmas card. And the caption says, have yourself a very hairy Christmas.
And what is this, like a hair gnome? What's is this like
he's just
he's a fuzzy gnome.
Yeah.
I used to work with that guy.
I kind of want to pet this gnome. It's like so comforting.
Show her the other one too. So we got that one with the gray beard, and then this one, the little white beard.
Oh, okay.
Sort of.
So cool.
Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of washing out. You can't see his nose.
No, I see the nose now. It's on,
there we are.
On the side.
But anyway, so we finally found something that we can collaborate on. And all of her stuff is on Etsy. And if you want to see more of that stuff, go to makeitsew.bybarb.com. And that sew is SEW.
Yeah.
Right. And maybe you could send me a note, Chris, and I'll do a quick post about this if you can get me some photos.
Okay.
Well. And Barb, thanks for being Chris's roommate and everything. He's a long time, I think one of the most frequent publishers and projects on Show and Tell. So.
Yeah, I've been on since, I think, what was it?
I think as long as me.
It's been about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah.
I've been showing Show and Tell. So
Great.
I've been taking a break from writing guides, but I've got a couple of ideas. And maybe after the holidays, I'll get back to work to publishing some guides.
Awesome.
Okay.
Can't wait.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Barb.
Nice to meet you, Barb. Good to see you, Chris.
Barb, you want a sticker, a Show and Tell sticker? Just Chris knows how to.
Yeah, I know how to do that.
Okay.
All right, Chris, if we don't see you before Christmas, have a wonderful holiday.
And
a great Thanksgiving. Thanks for Christmas.
All right.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
Next up, we're going to go to Coding Pro.
Okay, Coding Pro.
What you got, Coding Pro?
Welcome back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So I think you've seen this project before.
Yeah, you worked on this.
The air quality one.
Yeah.
This cord is not long enough, but I wanted to make a guide for it, and I was having trouble figuring out a better way to get air quality data because I had to create a server that would get data from an API and then send it to this. But then I decided that there has to be a better way to do this with the feather on the back. So I used one of the Adafruit examples to use the Wi-Fi test thing to get data from the airnow.gov air quality API. And I was able to make this work without anything else but just the feather and Wi-Fi access. And I'm going to be writing a guide for that soon.
All right, well, that's great. Good to see you again.
Share something else too?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, share screen. I have no idea. I've never done this before. Okay. There.
Yeah, once you get the screen sharing, then I can add it.
Have you seen this? Yeah, this is a website I made. It's called TimeTab, and it just a random utility website. Just shows the time, air quality in my area, not everywhere really yet. The team trees live count, a background that changes, a quote, a timer, and a stopwatch.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool.
Just a random project, yeah. And If anyone has not donated Team Trees yet, you should probably donate Team Trees.
Yeah, we have a little pipe portal project that shows how many trees have been planted.
They're getting
That's
close,
very
50 million.
Yeah.
Utility,
Thank you so much, Coding Pro. And of
webpage,
course, if you want a sticker, you know how to get hold of us.
Okay. Thank you.
All right.
Team
Next
Trees.
up, Richard. Hello, Richard. What you got going on?
Hey, Richard.
Hey guys, so of course for the holidays I've got the scarf. This one's been upgraded a bit using an ESP01 and the new stuff I've been playing around with, the WLED, which is firmware that's written for like the ESP8266 and ESP32. So you just basically burn that firmware onto the chips rather than having to go through Arduino and stuff. And then it has this really nice interface. So it takes care of basically setting up the chip as an access point for you to add Wi-Fi credentials. You can also add MQTT and other API stuff. Apparently they have support for Alexa built into it. And that saves it all onto the memory on the chip. So the next time it starts up, it'll automatically connect to the Wi-Fi that you have and remember your MQTT credentials. But what I love, my page went away. So I did this all in the scarf so that you can go ahead and change all the different settings. It's not hooked up to a Wi-Fi network. I'm over at the CoMotion space, and the Wi-Fi does not like devices like this. And the hotspot seems to be giving me a little bit of an issue right now, but it does have a button, so you can program in macros for the buttons, so I can change some of the animations really quick. But what I love about the WLED is it's using the fast LED library for doing stuff, and there's something like 85 different animations and different parameters you can set. So there's pretty much it's pretty much going to be the firmware for every LED project that I do at this point.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Richard. And if you want a sticker, you of course know how to get hold of us.
Yeah.
All right. Thank
All right,
you, Richard.
we're going to go to Sporeball, and then we're going to wrap up with Dan and keep it to like a minute or so each, and we'll be able to get to everyone.
All right. Welcome back,
Take it
Sporeball.
away, Sporeball.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me okay and stuff?
Yes.
All right. So, yeah. So that project from last week, it's actually called Project Mega. I don't know if you heard it, though. I do like the name Metro Ball that you came up with, Lady Ada.
You're I will say that you're coming in like 1 or 2 frames a second, so we can hear you, but we can't see you so well.
Yeah, that's my internet for you.
That's fine. That's cool. Just let you know.
One Sporeball frame.
Yeah. Okay. One Sporeball frame. All right.
Yeah.
So
Well,
as long as I did a better job getting board into the frame this time.
No, this is great.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, cool. So I'm gonna plug it in. And it starts doing that.
Yeah. Okay.
Bouncing. You can't. Yep. This is one of the new sketches I've added since last time. I'm trying to add snake to it, but I think that's going to take some thinking on the whiteboard, so I don't have it ready for this week.
Yeah,
but
that's cool. So it has a little box that's bouncing around. We're seeing it come in now.
Yeah.
All right. And
among
what did you
other things.
And what did you code this in?
It's just an Arduino sketch with Arduino IDE.
That's cool.
And yeah, and I wrote a library. I wrote an Arduino library to share all the shared code between all my sketches. So that's running on too.
Oh, that's
good work. Refactoring for the win.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, congratulations. Successful demo. Of course, if you want a sticker or get one, or you can even get 2 stickers, email support@. Okay.
I like the Metro Ball collection of games. This is like, when you got like an Altair Pong game, there was like tennis or hockey. It's like you got 2 options. All right. Thanks, Sporeball. Right. Next up, Dana, what you guys left up?
Hey. Okay, am I working?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sweetness. It keeps cutting out, so I wasn't sure.
That's okay. You look great.
All right. I'm sure everybody knows these little guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not one to just leave toys laying around. And obviously they only do so much. So I've been tinkering with making a different shelf for him.
That's cool.
So he's a little more balanced. For some reason, I don't know why it does that. The ball just keeps spinning. Not sure why, but what I'm hoping to do is ultimately make a little platform, have like a the CPB or whatnot on top or on the sides.
Yep.
And 3D print. So this is just some old packaging material and some cardboard.
Everyone wants a Baby Yoda floating crib, so you just got to get on that.
Nice.
All right.
All right, good work, Dan.
Good stuff.
All right.
Oh, thank you,
If you
everybody.
need a sticker to slap on the side of those, email support@adafruit.com. Okay. All right, that's our show for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for making this the best 27 minutes and 15 seconds of our week. Every single week, we're going to be doing Ask an Engineer in just a couple of minutes. If you weren't able to get on the show, we're here every single week, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be here next week. Even though it's around holiday-ish time, it's Turkey Eve, we will be here. So come on by and show and share all of your projects. And thanks again for spending a little bit of time with us. Ask an Engineer starts in 2 minutes.
Thanks, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.